Alright everybody, what's going on? Dominic here with another video, and today, excuse me while I spit that out, I want to thank y'all for 100 subscribers. Honestly, it took me a lot to start this channel, and the fact that it's actually starting to grow a little bit just means so much to me, so thank you guys. All the comments, bring me joy. The fact that I can help even one person really just shows me that I'm doing this for a good reason. Now, today's video is going to go ahead and essentially be, what are you waiting for, why are you waiting, and why you don't need to wait for good things to happen to you, okay? I don't know about you, but myself, the amount of times you get that sudden burst of motivation at like 11 p.m. or 1 a.m. where you're watching these motivational Andrew Tate, these Jocko Willink videos, like, like, stay hard, like I'm gonna get up tomorrow, I'm gonna kill the day. And then what happens when you wake up? You don't. You fed yourself, you got a huge dopamine rush last night because you already told your body that you essentially did these things, and you end up not doing them, okay? And by the way, this is gonna be somewhat of a short video, so bear with me if I don't hit everything. Oh, and there's a helicopter going by. But the amount of times that I've done that myself, you don't really fully realize how much time you're wasting. I always waited for everything to align, for the stars to fall exactly where I needed them to, right? I always told myself, I always wanted to get into drop shipping, for example. When I first started my entrepreneurship journey, whatever you want to call it, I always wanted to get into drop shipping, and I always told myself, when the stars align, when I feel like I found that, that one product, then I'll actually start researching it. Or when I got a little bit of money in the bank, I'll actually start doing it, so I don't feel like I'm, trying to catch up. I always gave myself excuses as to why I didn't have to do these things. If you don't just dive in head first, you're never going to learn from your mistakes, and you're never going to get to where you want to be. You're just not going to. The amount of times I was scared to start something, well, I didn't think I was scared, but reality, looking at it, I was scared to start something because I didn't want to fail. I felt like I needed all of the perfect puzzle pieces to fit exactly where I wanted them to before I could start whatever it is I wanted to start, right? The amount of times that before I actually started getting serious about the gym, I would go to the gym for a couple weeks, and then I would lay off for a little bit just because I get lazy. And then trying to get back into it, I was like, you know what? When I get to this new apartment and I have everything organized, and then I move in, then I can actually go to the gym again. And once like all my furniture is exactly the way I want it, then I can go to the gym and feel comfortable about it. I literally was always making excuses as to why I didn't do the things that I did. And you truly do not understand how much time you're wasting. There's no point in waiting, okay? There's just no point in waiting for these things to happen, because they're never going to. I don't think you understand, the more attention that you put towards these things, the more it's just gonna put diversions in your life, right? When you sit there and say that I don't have this, and this, and that's why I can't start what I wanna start, you're never gonna have it. You're never gonna have it. It's just like everybody that says, when I'm fully ready for a kid, then I'll have one. I don't think you're ever fully ready. You just kind of have to do it, right? I think you really just have to kind of do it. And I think that's an issue with so many people, because I fell into this trap too. I would look at these videos, these motivational videos, and I would get that sudden rush of dopamine, right? All my endorphins in my brain are firing. Right? My whole body feels good. I'm pumped up, I'm amped. I go to sleep, and then I wake up, and guess what I am? Exactly the same as I felt the other day. Exactly the same as I felt like a week ago. Not motivated. I just did barely what I had to do to get by. I didn't want to start anything. I always told myself, I can't wait to start this, I can't wait to start this, when in reality, I was literally just saying that, and I was lying to my brain and my body, so I felt good about myself, okay? Like this YouTube channel, the amount of times I talk to people about starting this, and it's been years. It's probably been years now. I've always wanted to do YouTube. I didn't really know what track I was gonna go on with my YouTube channel, whether it was gonna be lifting or gaming or self-growth. But I told everybody for years that I really, really wanted to do YouTube, and you know, whenever I get here, then I'll do it. Or whenever this happens, then I'll do it. We'll see, right? You wanna know what happened when I really started this YouTube channel? I just dove in, right? You look at my first like 6 videos, they're just in my car. Now, I don't think you need very high quality equipment to really deliver a positive message, but I literally one day got home from the gym and I'm in my car and I asked myself, I'm like, what am I really waiting for, right? Why am I waiting to start something that could truly benefit me in the long run and benefit other people? There's no point in waiting for these things to happen because they're never going to, right? So I sat in my car, propped my phone up, and just started talking. I was so concerned about, like when I started YouTube, before I started, I was so concerned about knowing how to edit and having the best camera and how does my setup look and what exactly am I going to talk about. Like I would literally write down on a notebook like every little thing that I want to talk about. And maybe, you know, maybe I could do better with that. Maybe I can actually structure my videos a little bit better. But I did none of those things, yet I started this YouTube channel and I have 100 subscribers. You know, a lot of you might not, you know, think that's a lot, you know, and that's okay. But when you go from none to 100, that's everything, right? That is everything. I'm so thankful for that. And it just truly it goes to show that when you start these things, okay, you can only get better. If you fail, you didn't fully fail, right? You learned something. And that's the whole point I'm getting with this video. I'm gonna get ready to cut off because I don't know how much more I can really go in depth with this, but it's like, why are you waiting for these things to happen when you can make them happen? You realize you're the creator of your reality. And I had a video of the law of attraction. I had a video about the law of attraction, how that ties into your world. But if you never dive in head first, if you just don't go for it, you're never gonna know what you're doing wrong. You're never gonna know what you're doing right, and you're never gonna know how to improve it because you haven't done anything. And I think that's holding so many people back. They feel like they need to have all these eggs in one basket before they can start that journey or that endeavor or that spiritual, whatever it is, right? Whatever it is. So this is me just telling you, dive in. Just do what you want to do. Don't wait for a bunch of things to happen, okay? To be honest with you, I don't care what is going on in your life, okay? Because if you want something bad enough, you're gonna make sure it happens. I do not care what is going on in your life. Neither does the world. Neither does anybody else. I hate to put it like that, but people do not care, okay? They're not gonna sit there and give you what you need to start the things that you wanna start. That's up to you. At the end of the day, when you go home, okay, and you close yourself in your room, who is it? It's just you. It is just you. You stop relying on external factors to change your life because the internal changes the external. It's not vice versa, okay? So many people think that when they have this and this and this and this and this and this on the outside, that they're gonna be okay on the inside, and they're not. You need to understand what is going on inside. And what it is your pure laziness, right? You're just being lazy. You're making up excuses as to why you won't start this business or this YouTube channel or this job or this degree, whatever it is. So I'll leave it on that, guys. I'm gonna keep it kind of short today, but don't wait. There's no reason to. You're just hurting yourself. And at the end of the day, if you still watch this video and then sit there and say, oh, well, I can't because this and this and this, I can't help you. You can't be helped. You don't. I've given you the tool. You just need to use it, right? You need to use it yourself. Dig yourself out of that hole and start it. Okay? No excuses. Dive in. What's the worst that could happen, truly? What's the worst that could happen? When you have God on your side, you should, I'm not going to say I'm perfect with this, but my fear for things has kind of disappeared. And God is going to be with you every step of the way as long as what you're doing benefits His kingdom, right? I just want to throw that in there at the end because when you truly understand that you're not alone at the end of the day, you always have God, anything is possible. I think it's Matthew 19:26. With God, all things are possible. I really hope I'm not wrong on that. But like I said, I'm praying for every one of y'all. I pray that you start what you want to start, that you start diving into what you want to do, start changing your life, guys. when you start looking at life from that outside perspective and realizing that everything that is in your life right now is because of you, you'll start to change what you do so you can change your life, okay? That's what I'm doing. That's what me and so many others are doing. And my way of doing this, well, one of my ways of doing this is this YouTube channel. And I hope that you each gain something out of these videos. If you have any questions, leave a comment below. Please like the video, shoot me a sub. I appreciate it all. And we're out on that one.